Yo, what's good, everybody? Good morning. It's Gifted. We back on the channel. Another NBA upload. I'm gonna be a lot more active on this channel. I know I've been gone for quite some time, but I'm finding my pockets. I'm finding my rhythm and my consistency. It's the NBA playoffs. This is what we have been waiting for. Now, the last episode that I dropped, if you missed it, we broke down the playoff predictions. Go check that out. This video will also not be edited at all. Sorry, one take Drake in this entire thing, but we will be getting there. On my off days, I have more time to record, edit, you know what I'm saying, add like the little like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff later. But without further ado, let's get right into it. So day one of the playoffs, bro, amazing. It was a lot of good games, bro. I was at work, right, dropping off mail, and I was like hearing all good things about the game. When I got off, I watched back a couple of the games. Let's lead with the first game. Utah versus the Mavericks. That was a great game. I know people hate Utah, but the reason why I'm such a Gobert stan is if you watched that game yesterday, bro, he was barely getting featured on offense. He barely got any looks. I think he finished the game with 5 points. But if you watch the game from the first quarter all the way to the end, Rudy Gobert was insane on defense. He was altering shots at the basket. He was setting phenomenal screens. He was generating great offense off of those screen assists. But more importantly, the way that he was blocking things at the rim and intimidating people to not even want to go in, you got to respect that. And Donovan Mitchell was able to turn up in the fourth to close out the game. Same thing with Mike Conley, but they have to do a better job, to me, at getting Gobert the ball to punish small lineups, because with the Luka-less Mavs, you can get away with that, but if the Jazz are really trying to go further in the playoffs, they're going to have to start punishing small lineups more. And I understand, right? Like, you see Gobert, you think he doesn't really have, like, a offensive bag, but I'm just saying, if he has a seal, feature him. Throw him a bone, because the defense he's playing, bro, like, he's doing all of this and not getting featured on offense at all. So he deserves big ups for that. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I have Utah in 6 for that series. I just don't know if Luka is going to be healthy enough to come back, and specifically if he misses the next game, which I think the Jazz should be able to steal every game without Luka Doncic, they're going to have a very hard time at coming back and winning this series. So I still got Utah. Moving on to the next game, though. Minnesota versus the Grizzlies. Y'all seen in the video that I posted yesterday, I said that I had the Timberwolves in, I think, six or 7. I'm not going to overreact to one game, but this is a prime example of what I was telling people, because all over Twitter, which, by the way, if you're not following me on Twitter, you got to follow me on Twitter. We host spaces about basketball all the time. Tap in right there. But anyway, a lot of people were telling me that this series would not be close. They told me that the Grizzlies were just clear. They've had like a much better season, which is fine. I don't disagree with any of that. But when you're watching Minnesota, they have Karl-Anthony Towns, they have Anthony Edwards, they have D'Angelo Russell surrounded by a bunch of athletes, shooters, and role players. And they have Patrick Beverley coming in, changing the culture, playing amazing POA defense, but adding a sense of urgency consistently up and down the floor. And then they have Chris Finch, who is a phenomenal coach so far in this league. Like, I looked at the Timberwolves and I looked at their matches with the Grizzlies. And again, I told you, the Grizzlies' half-court offense is questionable. Now, can they come back and beat them in 5? Absolutely. I'm not saying they can't. But when you look at the matchup specifically, like I said, Karl-Anthony Towns is going to have a mismatch 9 times out of 10 going up against the Grizzlies, because Steven Adams plays drop. And if you watch, Karl-Anthony Towns look more aggressive at getting to the basket. A lot of people have this stigma about Cat as if all he can do is shoot threes, but no, he can actually take you off the dribble and get to the basket. And Steven Adams is going to struggle with the offensive-oriented big like Cat. And because of that, Cat can get Steven Adams into foul trouble, which makes JJJ have to be the primary 5. And when JJJ is the primary 5, even though he had like 8 or 9 blocks, he was insane defensively, he limits the value simply because he will not be on the floor as much as he could be. And if JJJ isn't on the floor as much, the Grizzlies defense goes down severely. And also offensively for the Grizzlies, outside of Ja Morant, they needed to have another guy who could create solid, stable playmaking and shot creation. And I just don't think that those guys are there on this roster. Their game plan was more so, we're going to play great defense. Ja Morant's going to be insane special. He's going to get to the paint, and then we're going to get timely shots from other players. And that works, right? That can beat teams in the playoffs. But when you're making the game a half-court game, and when you literally turn them over, like a lot. I forget how many turnovers. I know in the third quarter, I'm pretty sure the Timberwolves had like 11 turnovers. But the fact that they were able to still win despite that shows you how close this series can really be. And D'Lo didn't even have a good game, and he's killed them every single matchup. So for me, I have the Timberwolves still. I think this is going to be a fun series. To me, this might be the best in the first round. We'd like to see what happens. But moving on to the next series. Specifically, when you look at the impact of... Okay, I lied. So there was an edit on this video. I had to go grab some things. I still have to go to work very soon. So we're going to quickly get to the last game. Golden State versus the team of all teams, the Denver Nuggets. Nikola Jokic, MVP candidate, was playing really good ball all season. But the Warriors are just better, man. Like, I wanted to be respectful to give them 6 or 5 games, but Golden State specifically, like, they're going to make Jokic work on offense and defense. And when you have Jordan Poole coming in, and by the way, this is why I love Steph Curry and I love the Warriors. Steph chose to come off the bench. And I know for a lot of people, that might not seem like a big thing, but by Steph coming off of the bench, you're giving confidence to Jordan Poole in his first playoff game. Like, yo, it's okay. We're going to have you start the first playoff game, and Steph can come off the bench. So when Steph gradually returns to his starter minutes and they put Poole on the bench, he's not going to take it personal because he knows the trust and the faith that the organization has on Jordan Poole. So that was a phenomenal thing to not break up his rhythm. Andrew Wiggins is not going to get talked about at all. Phenomenal defense. Gave you 16 points. Like I said in my Andrew Wiggins video, Andrew Wiggins' role is to give you 15 to 16 points per game. Really good defense. Apply rim pressure. Shoot the 3-ball well. He did all that last night. And Draymond Green, bro. Oh, my God. Draymond Green was a marvel. He was everywhere defensively. He was making his threes. He had Jokic in hell sometimes. And just his movement with and without the ball and his passing to Klay Thompson, his passing to Steph Curry for relocation threes, it really unlocked the game. And I think that this is what I was talking about when I said that Golden State can absolutely beat the Suns. It's not just some like cakewalk. Like, I have Golden State beating the Suns, and it's really for that reason. The type of offense that they play and the type of star power production that they can get from multiple places. So yeah, that's the playoffs day 1. I have to cut this because pretty soon I gotta go to work. But if you're rocking with me, subscribe, you know what I'm saying? Hit that like button. We got more NBA content coming out. I'll catch y'all. Peace.